Sueur. So Rico, any chance for me to get a bonjour from the champion?
Bonjour, of course.
Oh, perfect. So he's fluent in French.
Yeah.
So Rico, my first question obviously, is this fight, this trilogy for you more excited than the fight that was originally scheduled?
No, not really. No, it's just another fight I get excited for, and I just love to be able to do what I do. You know, I just love kickboxing and to put up great fights. So I'm just happy that we could put up a good fight, even though the other opponent dropped out.
But years after years, it seems a bit more that Rico Verhoeven is a synonym of domination. Do you feel that also, that you're kind of unbeatable at your own game in kickboxing?
No, I don't think like I'm unbeatable, but I just try to keep improving every time.
Mm-hmm.
So is that something that's beatable? I don't know. It's just for me, I just try to make the possibility of making mistakes as small as possible and just keep improving everything that I feel like I'm lacking. So when I look at a fight, the previous fight, I said, okay, this wasn't good, or why did I do that? I need to work on that. Why did this happen? Why did that happen? Just keep improving, and yeah, I think that's for me, that ability to keep getting better and keep surprising opponents and the fans every time.
And between us, what are you lacking?
What am I lacking? I don't know. It depends on the fight.
Okay.
It depends on every fight. So every fight you're looking at, you are put in different situations, and then you're like, okay, this fight happened. Okay, why did in this situation I made this decision, and in that situation I made another decision. So yeah, just like put those things together and just keep looking in the mirror. Like, that's where the problem is. Nothing is the problem, just me. I'm the problem. I'm making the wrong choices at certain points in a fight. So just make sure we don't do that again.
But there's a lot of haters on the internet, but would you say that you're your biggest critic?
I'm 100%. 100%. I'm my own biggest critic. Everybody can say whatever they want, and I couldn't even be bothered with what people think. You know, it's my team. That their opinion is important to me. So what my team says, or my trainer says, so this was good, this isn't good, this could be better. And of course, I always look at it myself, so I have an opinion on it myself. But yeah, critics and haters, we need them. So.
And after all that you've accomplished so far, would you say that you're the driving force, you're pushing yourself to the limits, or is it your team, your family? What's driving you?
I think it's a combination of both. So with the mindset I have to keep pushing myself, to keep being a better version of me every day. So I want to be a better version of me that I was yesterday, today. So just keep pushing that, and your team needs to be in the same mindset and the same flow as you are. And then you can keep working together and keep getting better. Because if they don't have that same ability and same drive, you're going to lose each other somewhere along the road.
And you're an icon in Holland. You're represented by Parading Sports, and it seems that you're, let's say, trying to build an empire outside of the sport. Is it right now one of your biggest challenges to, let's say, leave a legacy outside of the ring too?
Of course, you just try to be a household name in everything that we're doing. So, in Holland, of course, it's because that's where I live. That's the base, and it's huge. But we feel and we see that everything is growing also outside of Holland, in Europe, in the US, and you see on your fan base and the reaction I have with the fans, that they're literally from all over the world, and that's amazing. And Yeah, just like you said, keep evolving and being an icon within the sport, but also outside the sport, doing entrepreneurship, um, doing acting and stuff like that, and just keep getting better and keep also enjoying these other ambitions that I have.
And when did you understand that the importance of also leaving, let's say, a legacy or being accomplished outside of the ring?
Because being an athlete has an expiry date. Because you can't be an athlete your whole life. So before you finish, you need to have everything set out to do what you're going to do after that. Because if you finish and you want to do different stuff, you're like, okay, what am I going to do now? I'm done with fighting, or I'm done being an athlete in whatever sport. So what am I going to do now? No, I'm already like thinking about that for like a decade. So.
And let's go back to fighting a bit. Of course, there's the fight coming up this Saturday. Would you say that it's your biggest rivalry, or you just look at this fight as one fight among others?
No, yeah, like there is something going on between us, but it's nothing that like stands in my way of being able to do what we always do. So just stay focused, and everything that happens outside the sport, it's just it is what it is. I just leave it at that. Like everybody's like, ooh, the rivalry between Hesty and Rico, and Rico and Jamal. I was like, yeah, there's some tension, but next to that, it is what it is. We just got to make sure we perform Saturday, and it's just another day at the office.
But there's years and years of domination from your part, but would you say that you need fighters like Jamal, like Badr Hari to make you a great champion and one of the greatest also?
Yeah, it could be them, but you need just good opponents in general. You need opponents that have that same thing that you have, that like. Well, I don't exactly know what that thing is. It's just like that extra edge that certain fighters have and other fighters don't have. It's like that X factor. And if you put two X factors together, you get an amazing fight.
But for you, what makes a champion, or what makes Rico Verhoeven the champion? Would you say that it's your last tournament when it was kind of a home run for you, or those tough fights where you're facing adversity?
I don't know. I think what makes a champion is to just be able to, like a chameleon, just adapt to every situation. And you should be able to change colors every time. If this happens, you need to be this color. If that happens, you need to use that color. So, yeah, I like that. I like to be able to put in different situations and still come out on top. I think that's what makes a champion.
And I've been talking to a couple of people in the streets. You have, of course, a huge following, but also some people that seem a bit tired of seeing you as a champion.
Of course.
What would you say to those guys, and do you understand them?
Do I understand those people? Yeah. I understand, like, for the whole adversity and the mix of things, it would be nice for somebody else to try and be champion. But in the end, that's what I've worked so hard for to get. And the thing is that people just take it like, oh, Rico's gonna win again. He's gonna be champion again. Oh, of course. But it isn't that. It's not logical that I'm gonna win, because I do everything I can. I put my life on the line. I put every hour, every minute of my day is in this sport. So I do not take it for granted every time I win. Every time I win, I'm grateful for everybody that's around me that puts in the same effort that I do. So, and that's just what people gotta realize, that I make it look easy, but it isn't easy. It is I think it's the power of making it look easy, is that, like, okay, he makes it look so easy, but it isn't. And that's what I work so hard for. I work hard to make it look easy, and then, yeah. But people don't see all the things that you've been through before you were famous, and before you were champion. Like the road to get there is like up, down. It's like, it's tough.
And some people are saying that it's easier to win the belt than retaining the belt.
100%.
And what makes it so hard, having a target on your back, or?
The thing is, I think for people to become champion is they have something to look up to. And for me, there's like nothing to look up to because I'm already there. I'm at the top. So, but we're like I said in the beginning, what works for me is becoming a better version of me every time. So keep improving whatever there is to improve every fight. I think that's my biggest goal every time.
And my last question, did you watch Battle's last fight? And apart from the rivalry, was there any sadness from your part?
No, not really. Actually, yeah, it is the fight game.
Okay.
You can see it can go all sides every time, every moment. So, yeah, it is what it is. You know, let's just say shit happens.
All right.
So yeah, and the chance that this would happen was like this big, but it happened. So the universe decides.
Right.
That's how I look at it. You know, in life there's a path that we're walking on, but that path is already been laid out for you, and we're just walking on it. So, and whatever happens or whatever adversity you walk into, and it happens on your path because it's set out for you to happen. So this was set out for him to happen, and I just hope he gets back stronger.
Perfect. And could we have your prediction for Saturday night at the camera, please?
Yes. All right, guys, make sure you look at Glory Collision 3 this Saturday. It's going to be an amazing night full of crazy fights, and of course me headlining it versus Jamal. And of course we're going to take that fight. Yeah, we're going to win it. Like, okay, I'm going to give you guys a few rounds. So let's say somewhere around the third round I'm going to finish it.
Perfect. Thank you so much.
All right, let's go.